Lakes Inventory and Monitoring Network provides long-term monitoring of critical natural resources in 9 national park units that cover 1 million acres, extending from the boreal forests of northern Minnesota to the sand dunes of southern Lake Michigan. Because forest vegetation dominates the landscape in the Great Lakes Network National Parks, it is important that we learn as much as we can about the health of our forests. In 2007, the Great Lakes Inventory and Monitoring Network initiated a long-term forest vegetation monitoring program which provides us with a detailed look at the health of the local terrestrial ecosystem. With the right sampling plans, we gain valuable information about the local climate, soils, and disturbance, as well as the effects of deer browsing and exotic species invasions in the targeted area. Equally important, it provides a baseline to track change over time.
We really want to understand the forest today because there's going to be a lot of changes coming on, especially due to climate change. And if we want to ensure healthy forests in the future, we need to make sure we have an understanding of the forest today.
If we can understand what is impacting our forests today, we can help to make sure that these changes go smoothly in the future. This will result in fewer invasive species and also help maintain the links that tie together the plants, water, and animals in the local area. For example, they affect and are affected by the waters.
The forests can act as filters. They'll filter out excess nutrients or pollutants that would otherwise go into the lakes and rivers. And they're also a source of nutrient input. Leaves and other organic material can fall into the water and provide that energy. And the forest can also provide shade, which is great for habitat for certain species of fish.
And they have a direct effect on local species in the area. For example, a downed log.
This is a great example of a downed log right here, something we call coarse woody material. Coarse woody material actually has a really important role in the forest. I think a lot of people don't realize that. It provides habitat for small mammals and ground nesting birds and amphibians, and they return nutrients to the soil. And also it's a great place for seed germination, for seeds of certain species. And along with downed logs, standing dead trees, something we call snags, there's a great example right here, are also really important parts of a healthy forest.
Vegetation monitoring is performed using protocols developed specifically for the Great Lakes Network. At most of these national park units, we have about 50 permanent long-term monitoring plots.
At each plot, we set up 3 different transects. The plot size is 50 meters by 100 meters, which is a little larger than a football field. So at each of the 3 transects, we collect data on tree species and size, the coarse woody materials, and we also look at the understory. We identify all the herbaceous and shrub species, and we take counts on the tree seedlings that are regenerating in the forest. And finally, we look for evidence of deer browse on woody species at 68 locations throughout the plot.
While the monitoring program is relatively new, we are already seeing some patterns and results.
Some of the things that we're finding include impacts of insect invasions, and also that we're seeing a lot of regeneration problems or a lack of regeneration among certain tree species such as oaks and pines and cottonwood. And then we're also seeing a lot of the impacts of white-tailed deer.
As we continue monitoring, every year we will build on our existing knowledge, which will continue clarifying the health of our forest vegetation. The results of our vegetation monitoring projects are available to park managers, scientists, and the general public through a variety of outreach methods. If you are interested in learning more, we provide a variety of technical reports, briefs, and scientific papers on the Great Lakes Network site.